Oh, I guess the OBS is running a little slow. Hey, afternoon, folks. That's about 2.5. You've got time. It's around 2.5 hours from now. But ladies and gentlemen, I have to go back because of this. I should have used this intro because we're actually going to be playing a game that is, well... Ladies and gentlemen, we have a indie game that was brought to me by people over there at Severed Gods. This doesn't mean that this is a sponsored video or a sponsored stream, but they were very obliged to hand me a Steam key, of which they themselves have, they contacted me and they wanted to see if I would cover the game. Which I think I will. Now, for those of you who are looking on the screen right now, it's very reminiscent to a certain kind of game. It's very basic. It's in the playtest stage, but I wanted to get this game out there so people would obviously be interested in following these guys on their little journey on making a game that has a lot of inspiration to of a lot of things. Let's just say that. When I turn the game on, you're going to see all of the inspirations. You'll be able to spot each and every one of them because I don't think they're trying to hide what they were inspired by. Feels a lot like Octopath Traveler. Oh well, that's one of the inspirations. Obviously, classic RPGs is another type of inspiration that they have in here, and well, let's just say a certain other indie game has been influencing a lot of people. So, and that certain indie game has a sequel. So, No, I should have had maybe like a hidden screen. I used to have one. I just don't know where happened to it. But okay, let me do this. Hey, everybody. Hmm. Huh, I'm still not on the screen. Well, I don't think you guys need to see my face. My camera's going a little wonky. Needs a bit of tweaking. Yeah, it does. Oh, it turned off. Hmm. All right. Well, I guess that doesn't matter. I don't know why my camera isn't working. I'm trying to move it, but it don't want to move. Anyway, I think the game is more important right now. All right. I was trying to pass all that. I was trying to. It won't take my inputs. Why won't you take my inputs? I'm gonna summarize everything that you see on screen. Fantasy world, people lived in peace, demons and monsters came out of nowhere, they were fighting, they were losing, some god thing threw a gigantic sword, and you know, they, with the help of this god, defeated the demons. That sword now is the center of I think like a civilization. And those are our main characters right there. They do not have typical names. You'll see what I mean. The Severing, the Beguiling, and the Seeker. They do not have traditional names. Now, each and every one of them has their own thing. As you can see, they have their own abilities, their own stats, and everything like that. But each and every one has their own abilities when it comes to NPCs, and you're going to see a lot of inspiration from like Octopath Traveling and all that other stuff. Wow, that's loud. Whoa! Hold on there. Hold a tick. What's going on here? What's going on here? What's going on? What's going on with the Alright, let me go check that out. I'll fix this. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to go with 30 FPS for now. That's probably the reason why. Lots of sputtering. Yeah, I was gonna try to keep it on 60 FPS. It's not gonna really. That's not really gonna happen, is it? Not at all. Lower the volume a little bit more. So, all right. So you see this person here, right? You can talk to them. They say hello. You can actually. You can either seek, inherit, or recruit. You can try all of them. I'm gonna see if I can get information. Try again. Can get information from them. Okay, so I actually hired them, which is good. Oh gosh, don't tell me it happened again. Give me a second. Windowed. Hold on. Let me see if this works out. See if I can make this work out. This is a playtest, everybody. This is a playtest. We'll figure this out together. Figure this out together. Okay. There it is. What if I do full screen? And... because I did windowed and borderless before. Oh, you know what? Borderless is taking native. Okay. That's why I was doing it. Borderless was taking native. Alright. Dancing Mad had a fix. Well. Okay, so I can seek information. I can try to inherit. I'm going to try to get information. Let's see. Oh, okay. Now you guys are probably wondering, what the heck am I looking at here? This looks kind of funny, right? This looks kind of familiar, doesn't it? From another game that we all have played before, right? And that's because, yeah. That inspiration runs deep, doesn't it? That inspiration runs deep. So... I can check the map, see where to go. There's a town following this. Alright, so it follows the same rules as the Octopath Traveler, where you can gain like extra turns if you put in like the extra abilities in there, so you can strike more than one time. You can strike up to 4, and enemies have their own weakness that kills their shield. just like that. When they're down, you can do extra damage. Huh. Now, it does look very rudimentary right now. It does look kind of like low graphics, but they're going to continue to work on this, obviously. It even has their own events. Yes, a nameless grave stands beside the main road, surrounded by various items left behind as someone wished to honor the one buried. So we gain grace, or we can commit a sin. The sins will be bad. The grace would be good, but I believe the grace and sin has like a second mechanic to it. So you can offer, you can dig, or you can obtain. So in this case, I'm going to lose 10 coins and gain a virtue. Destroy sword, lose 1 relic, gain 3 virtue. Help. Lose MP, gain 3 virtue, or obtain the relic, commit a sin. So, in the stillness of the forest, you come upon a massive beast struggling for its final breath. Blade pierces straight through its chest, blood streaming down. Its eyes on you, half in agony, half in fury, awaiting whatever judgment. So you can help it. Beast's condition slowly improves, yet its fragile life still struggling desperately to hold on. So you could just kill him and take the relic. But we don't know what will happen in the future. He could come back as like a boss or something. Or he can come back to help. So he's a citizen. Twin knives. Wild slash, I already have that. This is okay. Shop discount is 50% because of my virtue. So revive a hero. I have 1 and 2 on hand for those. So now we can get 1 more of those. 1 more of those. Here's some attacks. Speed down. And there you go. He has an extra skill. Heal all allies for 50%. It's pretty useful. The fragment of map, hint to 1 node. Those essence points. Thunderball. There's Ice Rune. Okay. Alright, and this is one of the big bads right here. Wow. Let's see. No reaction. Alright, I got hit by a debuff. Can I hit that? No, I can only hit low. Oh, that's pretty loud. My god. That was loud. I don't know why they had that such a loud thing. I don't know. Anyway, gonna curse it. Okay, so it's weak against sword. What about staves? Okay, so it's weak against sword and staves. Okay, he has attack up. Oh, I can't do anything about that. Except I can probably do something with that. I tried. I tried. Hey, he's on the floor now. Holy crap. And he's dead. All right. I do like this. I do like that items I'm picking up. Oh, but I gotta fight a guy after that? And then I gotta fight another big guy? Oh, man, I should have paid attention. Should have went the other way. Okay, he's weak in swords, obviously. Ah. Oh, it ascended. Okay. Wait, what was it? Ice rune. Attacks deal additional ice damage. Okay, he's not dying. Okay, he's gonna die, but... Oh, that's that additional ice damage? Okay. Hat cannot reach. Which means I gotta use Wind Slash. Alright, so he's down. So that means I can use Wind Slash. There you go. So, there's no way I'm surviving the next thing here, but I'm gonna check the next event here. The road is carpeted in ash. Bodies of the merchant caravan strewn like links of dried blood. Only one man still breathes, half buried in ash. Take all resources. Recruit one wounded companion. Alright, as far as I can tell you, I'm not getting past that boss. So every time you, I guess, get defeated or finish a run, you gain that currency over there on the left side. And you get to put those points into something. So those skills, relics, I'm gonna put 10 in skills. See if we can ice rune. So I get ice rune and one relic. Okay. I'm gonna see fortune's claim. That's fortune's prosperity. There it is. Okay. Add one skill to the shop or add one to the end. So I'm just gonna. This is all for an example. So this happens at the end, and then here are sigils. I'm just gonna give like one to each and every one of them. So you can, as you could see, only available in the full game. So, and once you're done, you pick the characters again. And then you end up at the start of this entire thing once more. So, as you could probably tell, it takes a hell of a lot from Octopath Traveler, and it takes the roguelike elements that you've seen in Slay the Spire. I can recruit this cow, by the way. Man didn't even commit a sin. Usually when you commit a sin and then you end up in the next town, people just hate you or raise the prices and stuff like that. There really isn't a reason to commit a sin. And this is me playing it before. Like, I tested out committing a sin. Like, all the things that you want to do is really to get a lot of virtue. If you commit a sin, it's probably because committing a sin will give you maybe a relic or a weapon, and then you have to pay for the consequences later. So that's kind of the trade-off. You can get a lot of good things committing sins. Like, you can get like a whole bunch of like resources committing a sin, but you hardly get nothing when you commit a virtue. But when you reach a town, usually when that happens, when you reach a town, you get like discounts. People start giving you things. The inn is for free, and people, it'd be like a lot easier to recruit people or inherit things. So there's like a drawback for each and every one. Like, going via like a virtue route, you're not going to get a lot of stuff while you're out there in the field. But if you do commit to the virtue, then yeah, you're going to get a lot of stuff when you reach like towns, and those towns will give you like a benefit. However, if you're out in the field and you don't see a lot of towns, you can commit a bunch of sins, and those sins usually rack you up a bunch of relics, items, and a bunch of resources. And then you hardly lose anything when you do commit a sin, because it's, it's a very selfish thing. But when you go into town, people will raise their prices, not allow you to sleep in the inn. Nobody wants to join you out in the field, so you got to balance it, I guess. Or at the very least, commit to one. You don't have to commit to one, honestly, but it's more like a commitment to whether or not you want to gain a lot of stuff while you're out in the field. So you're going to do a lot of sins, or you're going to be doing a lot of virtue, and once you do a lot of virtues, when you get back into a town, people are going to celebrate you and give you some boons. She's stuck. Oh, never mind. Man didn't even try. Tried to committed a plus 10 sin. I was explaining it because you said something about a sin, my guy. It was one thing I should have just explained in the beginning, but I didn't. Because it's like I can commit a sin, but I never explained committing a sin or committing a virtue. I'll be at the corner face palming. Okay. The question I should be asking is if the game is interesting to you, rather than being a sassy little quackdacker. Why don't you just tell me if you like the game? Or if you find it interesting. Kind of funny how you start with 50. Wait a minute. Defeating a target grants 2 scrap stack. Wait. Scrap stacks. Grant 1 scrap at the end of the... Wait, whoa. Gain 4 EP. Magical Monument. Oh, these are the relics that they give you. Increase physical attack by 20. Jeezers. Oh, okay, so this is random. Inferno. Okay, Inferno Wave. That makes a lot of sense. Now, I wish there was like a save system, but there isn't a save system in this game at all. So, there's the map. But yeah, there's no save system. It's very much a demo, 100% a demo. Whenever you play this, I guess it kind of like erases your progress for everything. And it kind of makes sense, you know, because each and every run is supposed to be like unique, very much like Slay the Spire. But even in Slay the Spire, you have like permanent boons or additions that you can put into the game. All right. I'm gonna have to do something a little weird. I was just asked to take my sister. I was just asked to take my sister to her job. Always get the raw end of the stick here. Which will take me just about 30 minutes, I think. I need to get her to her job, and it takes like 15 minutes to get there. Kinda, sorta. So I shall return. I shall return.